On a winter morning in 2025, American media outlets simultaneously released shocking headlines minus the alleged affair between former First Lady Melania Trump and Hunter Biden was made public, along with a $2 billion lawsuit. The news spread across social networks, news websites, and live television broadcasts, drawing global attention to Washington. In a public statement, Melania Trump insisted that the scandal was entirely fabricated and malicious, damaging her reputation and family. The Biden family firmly denied the allegations, claiming that Melania Trump's move was a political maneuver intended to interfere with the upcoming midterm elections. Media cameras focused on the streets of Washington, capturing the public's mixed reactions. Some held signs reading "Truth above all," while others mocked, "Is this a political arena or a soap opera set?" Analysts noted that this was more than a personal scandal. It reflected the hypocrisy and power games in American politics. A family's private life had been politicized, with all facts and evidence twisted in the vortex of public opinion. The Simpson family watched the news broadcast in their living room in Springfield. Homer, holding a donut, muttered, "This is even more complicated than my arguments with Marge." Marge frowned while straightening a newspaper. "Homer, this isn't just about a family minus, it affects the whole country." Bart jumped around excitedly. "Wow, Melania Trump versus Hunter Biden minus. This is way more fun than school fights." Lisa picked up her notebook, furrowing her brow. "This isn't just gossip, Bart. This is about elections and power games." As the lawsuit progressed, details emerged. Melania Trump claimed that social media accounts and anonymous reporters deliberately spread false information, forging photos and text to link her with Hunter Biden in order to generate public pressure. Her legal team provided evidence showing that the IP addresses of these sources overlapped with certain political organizations, suggesting a political conspiracy. The Biden family responded that Melania Trump intended to smear her opponents with the scandal. Analysts called it a classic reputation war, where real motives were hidden by political interests, leaving ordinary citizens to piece together the truth from fragmented information. Springfield residents reacted actively. Mrs. Flanders discussed the case in church, complaining about double standards in politicians' private lives and moral codes. Principal Skinner reminded students over the broadcast to focus on studies rather than gossip. Bart secretly used his father's phone to browse screenshots of the case and even created a Melania Trump Hunter Biden scandal tracker chart. Lisa analyzed the event, charting social media spread, trending topics, and media bias, uncovering clear signs of manipulation. During the trial, Melania Trump's lawyers revealed unprecedented evidence. Internal emails showed that some politicians and media executives had discussed how to use the scandal to manipulate public opinion and influence voters. Witnesses confirmed that certain anonymous tipsters were directly connected to political consulting firms and advertising teams. The courtroom atmosphere was tense. The judge repeatedly warned the media not to interfere, that social media and live television had already turned the proceedings into a nationwide live show. Melania Trump's $2 billion lawsuit became the focal point of public discussion. Analysts suggested that the massive sum was not just compensation for her reputation, but also a deterrent against political opponents and the media. The Biden family strongly opposed it, claiming it manipulated voters' minds. Millions of comments appeared on social media, with hashtags including Trump Biden scandal, political conspiracy, reputation war, U.S. election manipulation. Public opinion swung between both sides. The Simpson family continued to follow the developments. Homer exaggerated courtroom gestures while holding his donut. "If I had the billion, it'd sue everyone in town." Bart turned the scandal into comics, while Lisa criticized, "This isn't a joke minus, it exposes how power manipulates public opinion." Marge organized the household bills, worried about how political turmoil might affect ordinary people, while Maggie remained asleep, undisturbed by the outside chaos. As the trial deepened, more insider revelations emerged. Lawyers presented a doctored video, making it appear that Hunter Biden engaged in ambiguous behavior to mislead public perception and mask the real political motives. Tensions ran high in courtrooms, with judges demanding calm while media coverage amplified every detail. Protests escalated on Washington streets, with Melania Trump supporters holding "Protect Reputation" signs and Biden supporters waving "Reject Les" banners. The Simpson family watched from home. Homer sighed with his donut. "I just want to eat donuts." And all of America is arguing. Lisa analyzed street opinion. "This is a psychological political war. Everyone is being manipulated." Bart filmed mock protest slogans. Marge worried about community stability, and Maggie slept on. The trial shifted focus to deeper political secrets. Lawyers disclosed internal emails showing that some politicians and media executives planned how to manipulate voters using the scandal even before it erupted. The public began realizing that this scandal was more than a personal dispute. It was just the tip of the iceberg in election manipulation. Social media discussions exploded, with hashtags like Trump-Biden scandal, political manipulation, media trap, election psychology. People argued over what was true or false, with opinions sharply divided. The Simpson family got involved. Bart posted satirical comics. Homer sighed while holding donuts. Lisa organized charts of opinion trends, and Marge worried about family and community safety. Shocking facts emerged during the trial. Some anonymous sources were employed by political consulting firms and advertising agencies, using fake information, forged evidence, and social media algorithm manipulation to amplify the scandal. Lawyers emphasized that this was not just a matter of reputation. It concerned the fairness of democratic elections. Springfield residents also realized that behind personal scandals lay a massive machine where politicians, media, and advertising companies closely coordinated to manipulate public opinion. The trial reached its climax when Melania Trump's team submitted stunning new evidence. Internal recordings revealed that media executives and political consultants had secretly plotted how to manipulate public opinion and influence election outcomes prior to the scandal. Lawyers stressed that this was not merely a reputation issue. It was a blatant violation of democratic principles. Public debate boiled over, expanding from gossip to the entire political ecosystem. Homer, clutching his donut, complained, "I thought TV was just news, but every channel is a circus." Bart manipulated lawyer arguments. Lisa mapped information's sources and manipulation nodes, and Marge sighed at the political corruption hidden behind bizarre gossip. The court ultimately ruled that certain media outlets and politically connected parties bore responsibility, with compensation reduced from the original demand. However, the exposure of behind-the-scenes machinations left a lasting impact nationwide. Society became more cautious about information sources, media credibility, and political transparency. The Simpson family returned to daily life. Homer joked, holding his donut. At least the donuts weren't manipulated. Bart created comics exposing absurdities. Lisa participated in community media literacy. And Marge taught her children how to navigate a complex society. This bizarre, astonishing, and absurd scandal revealed the dark side of American society, politics, and media. The conflict between Melania Trump and the Biden family became a nationwide hot topic, exposing the tangled relationships among politics, media, and public opinion. Through the Simpson family's perspective, the story shows how ordinary citizens observe, learn, and adapt amid information floods and political scandals. They witness power games, opinion manipulation, and electoral deceit, but family, rational analysis, and community engagement became the last defense against an absurd social reality. At night, the Simpson family gathered in the living room. Homer whispered, "Maybe we can learn something from all this absurdity." Bart chuckled secretly, Lisa nodded lightly, and Marge held Maggie close, silently praying. Even if politics is absurd, family and rationality can keep life moving. The world may be chaotic, but observation, reflection, and action are the hope for resisting absurdity and seeking truth.